Just over 10 years ago, in fact, March 15th, gone was 10 years. Just over 10 years ago, I underwent major heart surgery. The doctor said my heart functioning was down to 28%. I told my wife goodbye and told her it was okay for her to marry again, but not before 2 years. I told my boys goodbye, what I thought about the girls they liked in those times. They have since gone on and married those girls. But I really was in a state of depression. All kinds of things happened. To cut a long story short, I ended up in the hospital in New York. I was in the hospital for 7 days, not sure if I was waiting to live or I was waiting to die. The weight was heavy on my shoulders. One morning when my wife came, I was in the corner feeling sad and depressed. And as she spoke to me and patted me on the head, tears ran down my cheeks. While I was there telling her goodbye, she was saying, God said our husband will not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. And she sent prayer letters all over the place, as far as Ukraine and India. People prayed. On the 15th of March, 2012, when I went into surgery, Love FM announced I was doing surgery and asked for prayers. And maybe some of you on this forum, Byron and others, prayed for me on that day. You know, that same day, just that day when I was in a corner feeling sad and depressed and as if I wasn't going to make it, when my wife came and patted me on the head, later that day, somebody sent me the words of the song that says, Jehovah Rapha is my healer. I played it over and over until something happened. An eclipse took place. No longer was I seeing the size of the problem, but I was seeing the size of our God. The spiritual perspective just helped me. My mindset changed. And I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what the problems you're going through, but God is able. I went through the surgery and guess what? I survived, as you imagine. Came out of the hospital on the 20th of March, went back in April. When I got back in April, the doctor said, even the dead section of your heart came back to life when the blood was applied. Guess what? That must be the blood of Jesus that heals. In the midst of my chaos and confusion, God came through. A year later, when I did my heart checkup, they said my heart functioning was restored to 72%, and the following year, 78%. How many of us know that God is a miracle working God? That even we can cast our cares on him because he cares. I don't know what you're going through right now, but I want to say to you, spirituality, believing in God and asking him to walk the path increases our happiness capacity. I have found that in my own life. I am more passionate about life. We teach a course at the college level called The Art and Science of Happiness. And we see such transformation. We have authored 2 books and with the second edition just last week on happiness. One for children and one for others. But guess what? On the first anniversary of my coming out of the hospital, 20th of March, 2013, United Nations declared it International Day of Happiness. The world saluted the anniversary of my coming out of the hospital. I want to say happiness is a choice. There's a word that is used in the Hebrew literature, and you hear it as they speak. It is called shalom. Anybody knows what that means? The word shalom seems to capture the subjective well-being, the happiness, the state of being positive and all that. Hebrew word, we know it sometimes as peace be with you, but there's more to it than that. Completeness, wholeness, health, peace, welfare, tranquility, prosperity, perfectness, rest, harmony, the absence of agitation, well-being. Those are only some of the meanings of the word shalom.